Thank you for joining the United Constitutional Patriots Radio Show with your host Johnny Horton Jr. Tonight he will be giving you some more information on the border on New Mexico, Mexico border, and I will now turn it over to Johnny. So here's Johnny.
Thank you, Pete. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the New Mexico Napra, Mexico line. A couple of videos of what happened in the last couple of days, and it's just going to show exactly what I've been telling people what is happening. Our first one, I don't know if I believe it's the one that Debbie Farnsworth, Collins Farnsworth posted. I believe that's her video, but we got overrun at our camp. We haven't got an exact count yet from Border Patrol. They're still processing them. One of the processing, if they're doing, is we had between 850 to 1,200. We don't have the exact amount yet. That invaded our camp, and we stopped them. Some of them were wanting to be violent, but it didn't work out too well. The Border Patrol had it all under control. But when we walked out and seen what was coming in, we had to take an action that we've never had to take before. There was no violence, anything. It was avoided. But in the group, there's probably, of all of them, there's probably 3 coyotes. We don't know for sure. Border Patrol, we had their back. They had our back. But that's the first video. Now, before we go to this video, there's something I want to announce, which is good news. The Attorney General today announced that there will, starting immediately, another 1,500 Border Patrol put on the border, and they are now going to be processing them at the border wall, and will not be any more catch and release. They will be returned immediately after they have been processed back to Mexico. Another thing that is in the news on it also, I guess the mayor of New York or somebody of New York threatened to sue Trump because he said that he was sending the illegals to the sanctuary cities. So now the Democrats are turning around and kicking themselves, saying, wait a minute, we don't want them here. Well, that's a whole lot. Now, the second video you're going to see, there is disturbing in it. So you have children watching, you don't want them to see this video. We had a group come across through right below our camp today, and it was videoed to where they had children with them. And there is a real steep embankment that's all rocks on the far side of the railroad tracks. These people were throwing or pushing these kids down over that embankment. It's just barely short of being a cliff. And this is all sharp rock. So you may not want, if you have children that watch this with you, please don't let them watch it. I want to welcome everybody, all of our friends, our law enforcement, our donators, everybody. I want to welcome you to the show. And folks, we're expecting another one of these runs on us like the one we did that we got night 4 last. We're expecting another run on us. All the indications are there. They've been getting them. They've also got, they've been capturing them over at the monument. But this is the largest group that Patriot Group's ever been able to stop, and before we get assistance from the Border Patrol. It's putting these men's lives and the women's lives that are with us in a lot of danger. And we need help. We need help bad. So,
Commander?
Yeah, go ahead.
These 2 videos that I've got lined up for Pete here are 2 videos that you had me post over here yesterday. So if the video with the cliff was this morning, I don't believe we have that video in here, and I don't know exactly which one it is.
Okay, you haven't got that yet? Well, Hopefully, we can get somebody to get it in here, and we'll try to share it before the night's over. But did you get it yet, Atomic News TV? Did you get it yet, Lori?
No, I don't have that one yet.
Okay. Was one that Anthony took. It's very disturbing to see what they're doing. And maybe if someone can, She-Wolf isn't in here, so I can't have her do it. Yeah, I can while you're, I can do that while you guys are seeing the other. So go ahead and run that first one. It's a lengthy one, but you guys are going to want to see the reaction and how this was. You will not believe with your eyes. This is why we need help, folks. So go ahead and run that clip, would you please, Pete?
Holy cow. Can you back the truck up a little bit so we can get the light on them, you guys? Holy moly. Somebody call Border Patrol? Okay. Yeah. Holy cow, you guys, they're still coming. This is crazy. This is right here in base camp. And they are still coming. Oh, they're way down there. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, this just is so sad. Oh man. There's about, probably about 200 here, guys. And they're still coming. And a train's coming. Holy cow. There's a lot of people here. They're still coming down the road too. Don't aim the gun. Look at all the children. This is crazy, everybody. Totally crazy. And they're still walking up here. There's hundreds. I don't know how many hundreds, but hundreds. I just can't believe this. Thank you. Got them all, but this is crazy. I don't know what to say about this other than the fact it's got to stop. Look at all the children here, and they just got that other 100 over there. Goodness, this is going to make me sick. And all of these people, all of the little kids. Oh, I'm at a loss for words here. Here comes the Border Patrol down the track. I know they're going to be totally shocked at this one. Oh. Lots of coughing in this group too. Oh. Oh my. Yeah, they dropped 3 buses off earlier.
Okay, guys, just over there.
This is right here in base camp. A man with a little child together. Yeah. Oh, they're making them all sit all the way down. Border Patrol right now. They're all shifting. How do we stop this, you guys? And they just all stop and just sit down. Coughing and choking, babies, and see if I can hold my light and get a little close up.
All the way. Sit down. All the way.
This is just crazy, you guys. Share this to the president, share it to the White House, share it to anybody that you can. They just keep coming over and over. The groups are getting bigger, the people are getting sicker. I'm going to go around behind the truck and get the other side so you can actually see how many are here. Not that you can't already, but they just cover this whole camping area.
Again, this is the same area that we're working on getting wall built. We're in negotiations right now with the property owner. We built the wall. Brian Colfitz, the veteran, who raised the money for the GoFundMe page. Check out his page if you haven't, guys. It's only going to be Americans who are going to solve this problem. You know, we the people have to stand up. You got to demand more.
I'm at a loss for words, guys. I just don't know what to say yet.
No barrier. This is how they bomb rush the border. This is how you get invaded.
It's overwhelming.
These are people that come across our border, violated our laws coming in, and only 5 to 7% of them are actually qualified for asylum.
Trying to get you more light so you can see.
You know, everybody wants to tell you that this is something you can just go to
lots and lots and lots and lots of coughing.
It's not. It's real. It's happening. It's in our backyard.
Yes, it is real. Yes, it is happening. Yes, it is in our backyard.
So we're not filming from
Right here at our back door. They go all the way around that tree, all the way down there, around the tree. Oh my. We haven't gotten a count on this group yet. It's huge. That's all I got to say. Maybe, shoot, maybe 300, 250. Lots of coughing. Lots of men with little children.
But we're just allowing people from all over the world
It just,
to rush our borders, and this is the new exception to things. Like I said, we need to build a wall, we need to get laws. Bottom line, we gotta support Donald Trump. He's the only guy that's telling the truth. The media's not telling the truth.
oh man.
Nobody's telling the truth. I promise you, these people
We need the wall, folks. Please share this.
people will take this more seriously and they call it an invasion. Unfortunately, because of the fact that they're not armed and they're coming in and invading us, it's not an invasion. How do you define an invasion? How many people have to come through the borders? How many people have to come into the country
Huh?
before you consider an invasion?
Hi.
Okay, if this isn't a national
Who are you?
security crisis, I don't know.
Ghost, okay. I'm sorry.
I know you didn't recognize me when I'm
I know.
without the phone open.
This is
down
nuts.
the road, and
This
if you
just
think they're staying here in the border
look at
city,
the
you're out of
men
your
with the
mind.
little
Most of
children.
these people will go
Right
through
there,
processing.
right
They're
here, and
being
right
supported
here.
by charities. They're
right
being
here.
supported by people advertising for sponsors for them.
Lots and lots of coughing,
I mean,
folks. This
you
is
guys have
what's
to
coming
realize that
across
this
our
is
border.
serious.
We just,
It's as serious as it gets. And right
how
now,
bad
we've
does
got
it get
people
before
on the
we
southern
actually
border
build the wall?
that are a lot more
Before,
aggressive. They're a lot more, they storm the southern border.
Bill,
down
you
there
might
by
be
Chiapas
right.
and
I mean, it
Nigeria.
goes all the way back. Right where those lights are, way back there. It goes back to there. So, yes, I agree. It is an invasion.
And now what are they doing?
I totally agree. My flashlight's going out, folks, but I think we've got enough lights around here that we can,
You know, you
you'll
can look
still
at
be
the
able to
humane
see
side of this, and
what's
there is
going
there is a
on.
side. A lot of these people have been lied to by whatever organization, has educated them, told them, and guided them along the way to get up here. But nothing good can come out of this, guys.
Lots
Nothing
and
good
lots
can
of
come out this.
coughing.
We don't put America first and take care of our own backyard, the veterans that are homeless, the people in our own neighborhoods that are homeless. If we
Do
don't
you have
that
another
first,
flashlight? Mine's starting to go dead.
to just allow our country to be invaded,
I-
then we're the ones to blame. Because we allowed this to happen.
Oh, I can go. I don't want to put it on
Best thing you
spotlight.
can do to help us out,
Vamos a
guys,
levantar y
share
vamos
these
a
videos,
regresarnos por donde entraron,
okay?
pero al llegar al muro
Share
vamos a
this
seguir
stuff.
caminándole para allá.
Show everybody what's really going on in the border.
Porque está muy peligroso usando los trajes por aquí.
I'm not going to
No
show you
queremos
this.
eso.
That's why we're here. We're
Pueden
here to
seguir
document
esa
this.
troca ahí.
We're here to
What's
show
he saying to him?
the crisis with our
They're gonna get up, they're gonna all walk, and they're gonna go directly to the wall and start all the way.
There- Oh,
Put them in a bowl and then take them, and they're gonna start walking.
oh boy. Back up a little bit. Yes, they're going to walk them down to the wall right now. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is like
Those
a...
of you that don't know, I'm on the border of Mexico and the U.S. border, southern border. This is in the El Paso sector, or El Paso, Texas border to Mexico on the rural area of Southern Park. After Mexico is right suddenly where you see the lights. This is
Wow.
on the border wall, and they don't cross like this where there's no wall. They cross like this where there's no wall.
Right. Let's send them over to Nancy Pelosi's house. Somebody just had a great idea. Sorry if I'm a little shaky, guys. This one got me kind of riled up.
Vámonos, let's go. Come on allá. Mira la luz. Go. Get out of the bushes. Go. Vámonos. Pásale. Go. 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 Pásale, let's go. Let's go. Pásale.
Pásale.
Not negative.
Yeah, we'll probably walk all the way down to the bowl with these and give you one last shot of. This one looks like she's about ready to pass out. This
Right here in front of me are sick.
Yeah, I know they are.
Really sick.
I know. I can tell she's wavering. This one right here, is somebody watching her. Is she pregnant or what is she?
Yeah.
Is she? Okay, he's helping her down off the track. We got light coming behind us, so we'll be able to see if they start to scatter a little bit, but these ones right here in the very back seem to be very sick or trying to lag behind. And look at those two little kids right there by themselves. Looks like, I don't know. Maybe it's a father and a son, or a, I don't know. They're going up into the hills. Somebody needs to get up there. They're trying to hide in the bushes over there, Jim.
Vámonos, let's go. Let's go.
Check up here on the hill, make sure. That one was found. They're trying to scatter a little bit, but come on, guys. Go.
They only drive one truck, okay? So,
Go. Go. What?
Come on, pásale. Allá. Come on. Don't get squirrely on me. Come on, pásale. Let's go. Go.
They don't want to go back. They're just stopping. They're gonna.
No paren, sigan caminando, persigan la troca con las luces. No paren, sigan caminando, por favor. Go. Síganle caminando, persigan al grupo, no se queden atrás. Rápido.
Man, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to walk and I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not seeing your comments or anything, but oh man.
Camínenle, camínenle.
Go.
Sigan a la otra troca con las luces, no se queden atrás.
They're trying to just stop. They're walking. Look at their feet. They're walking ever so slowly, trying not to go back there. They just stop. Oh.
Did it work? Nah, dude, I think we're trying to push them back, bro. All right.
I'm gonna. There's the other group over there. Huh? Yeah. they're trying to separate. I think these are trying to get away over here. This one's pregnant or has something in her pouch. I'm not sure what. So and there's a whole nother group right there. They've separated. I think they're gonna. I don't know what they're doing. Oh no, they're running. They're trying to run. They're trying to run past Border Patrol right now. Okay. Oh man, this is just crazy. There's a little tiny baby.
Manda perseguir a mí en esta troca, okay?
Now where are they going? Well, I guess they're going to get them to follow the Border Patrol truck. I'm not sure where to. Okay, I'm going to stand in one spot so you guys can see just how many passed me. Oh my goodness. I'm talking, there's got to be more like 400 here. They're still coming way down there. And I'm standing in one spot just trying to let you see just how many are coming, how many are passing, what's going on. Oh. Wow. That one's got a tight grip on that little boy right there. See the way they hold their kids? I don't think those are their kids, honestly. They've got grips on their wrists. It's crazy. Okay. I'm trying to climb up on the railroad tracks, guys, so sorry, it got so shaky. I guess we're heading back again. I'm not sure what we're doing now, but we'll see what they're gonna do with them. They've got them Border Patrol truck up there and Border Patrol truck here, and they've got them kind of sandwiched in between. And he's going over the hills and trying to see what's going on. Any of them got loose or headed up the hill. Wow, guys. Any of you out there who says this is not an invasion, here comes I don't know if you can see them way over there, the lights and sirens are coming around the bowl here pretty soon. I guess they're going to stop them up here right past the camp. They're trying to go up the side of the hill. They're trying to run again. They're splinting. Yep. They're running. Did they run? Yeah. Okay, I just gave my flashlight to somebody, they needed it. So, we're trying to get them rounded up. Oh, they're funneling them down to the, right down here, to the trucks. So, I guess they're trying to get them into a place where they can actually gather them and get them into the trucks to get them out of here. I don't know if you can see with that glare of the light right there, but go around behind this officer. This is kind of crazy. No, it is totally crazy. They're way over there too on the other side. They're taking them clean down there, marching them across the bowl. I'm not sure where they'll take them from there. They're way down there by on the other side of the lights, and they come all the way up here, and this is what we still have left, and a whole bunch of them. Okay, we got the Border Patrol horses up here, or is that somebody on the hill? I don't know why they're separating them right now. They're separating them into two groups. I think. Wow. I guess they're piling them up down there, guys. Probably make them sit down there. They're trying to get them. They're trying to get them to go, and they are acting like they don't understand. Whether they do or not, I don't know. Yeah, this has got to be. These guys right here, I don't trust this one. They're trying to. Is somebody behind him over there? Jim? Okay. They're coming, this one right here with this little girl. I don't trust him. Okay, so they're going all the way down into the bowl. Lines and lines and lines of them. We need to get behind them because they don't want to go. They're just planted. Their feet are planted there.
Hey, pásale. Ustedes querían cruzar, pásale. Si vienen por orden, todo va a estar bien. Si nos dan problemas, van a ir a la cárcel. Les vamos a mandar para atrás. Si nos escuchan.
Couple kids.
Háganles caso. Háganles caso.
We just got a note that a couple kids are picking up rocks, so be careful.
Where?
In here. I don't know which kid, but
Háganles caso.
this one right here.
Which one?
The one in the red hat. Be very careful with him. He's.
Small group here doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah. They're gonna come in the back, and that's the one that doesn't want to. She's bad.
Go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, just watch him.
Vámonos.
Red hat.
Red hat.
Señor. Come on.
Right here.
Come on, pásale, let's go. Come on.
That's him.
Pásale, let's go. Come on. Who's that guy?
I think that's the guy right there doesn't want to let him go.
No, pásale, let's go.
He's trying to get him to stop.
Go.
What did they say?
Señor,
What did
¿quieres
they-
sus esposas, huh? That's what I thought. Now go.
Puerta en la pierna.
Señor, come on, go. Come on, let's go.
Vámonos.
Todo
What
está
did
bien,
they-
go.
what did they say?
Huh? El último, okay? Let's go.
What did they say?
Vámonos. Cuidado on the track.
Wow, guys. Please share this. Share it to your senators, your governors. Share it to your president. Donald Trump has got to see this. The White House, the Oval Office, anywhere you can get it. They need to see it.
This will be the last one right here. Nobody back there?
No. That's it.
And the dude in the red hat's holding the bucket up.
Yeah.
Put his ass in the cup. Put it right here.
3 up.
Right there. Vámonos. Pásale, let's go. Come on. Muévete.
I am not sure where we're going here, but
Go. Go. Muévanse. Muévanse. Todos. Let's go. Let's go. Muévanse. Vámonos. Esas personas les mandamos a la cárcel. Nomás un poco cooperación, ¿ok? Gracias. You got some going north over there, bro.
there.
Are they going down the tracks right there? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, let's watch the car.
What?
Get up there.
I don't know which way they're sending them.
Down into the bowl, I think. Wow. Well, I guess the good thing is, since good thing is I haven't heard a lot of coughing. Okay, so this is what's going on. Holy cow, guys. Oh my God. Look at them. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I don't know if it's gonna get too grainy for you guys to see, but they're coming down, still walking down the hill here. But they're trying to get them down there so they can pick them up, bring in the vans and stuff and pick them up. Where's Reaper?
The dog patch is sitting right there.
Oh, this is the crossing. The van's gonna go to the crossing.
Nah, dude, that's not gonna work. They're not gonna go to the crossing, dude. They think that we're moving some south, dude. And they're already gonna give us more trouble, dude. We've already been getting flack from the people. So it's like walking to the fucking dog patch. Artificial area by dog patch.
Give me 21
We tried pushing them to go along the road, but they fucking stopped.
They want
We're
to
trying to
dead
push them
stop.
south and they're just sitting down.
Where's Reaper? Anybody know? Okay. Well, here's as good a look as I'm gonna get. I don't know if I'm gonna walk down there, but
Watch that guy with the red hat.
I'm gonna walk along the railroad tracks and maybe get you guys a better look. I'll zoom back out. So who? Oh.
These people aren't gonna go south, dude. They're not gonna go south, dude. That's why they're fighting us, dude. They're not going that way. Then, if we try to push them further south, they're gonna fucking stop, dude. They're already giving us. We can walk them up that way. Follow the road. Yeah, follow the road.
Reaper, wait for me. Okay, I'm gonna go around and I guess I'm gonna go down and walk them wherever they're going, guys. They're stopping. They're confused. They don't know.
This is where the guy freaking nose died. Okay. That guy last night.
Down here?
Yeah, he turned around. broke free from officers. His vehicle was right there.
Okay, so they start right here and they wrap down and around that hill, and then the majority of them, I don't know, I don't want to walk too close to them, but they're all down there on the ground, but we've got all of these lined up. And this lady right here with a little child. Wow. They just don't know where to take them to. They don't know where to take them to. They don't know what to do with them.
Do you have an extra flashlight? Do you have an extra flashlight? Yeah, she got the extra one.
You can have this one. Just stick close so I can keep the live video going for these people. They've stuck in on this video for so long that I'd kind of like to let them see what happens, but I guess they're gonna, are they taking them down to the restaurant? I guess.
Why'd you take them to the friggin' restaurant? I don't know where they're gonna take them. They're gonna jump for you when the moment they have.
Okay, now, you guys, I'm gonna zoom in and try to get you another.
Watch it up there on the track.
Train coming. Okay.
You got this, Johnny.
That's
Johnny 5.
the group. Is she not going to get up?
She's taking a break.
Okay.
He's been taking a break.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
More coming in? Jeez. Oh, there's another group. Yep. There's another group joining them. Huh?
Down there, that's part of the same group.
Oh, is it part of the same group?
Second group coming up? What?
Yeah, down there. I think that is all the same group. Yeah. There's got to be a good 400 here. And this one,
About 500.
this one needs to get up, and she does not want to move. She's like planted right there. And she does not want to move. There's 5 of us, 4 of us, standing right here watching this one. But this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. They're still coming in from over there. This one might have to have a... Yep, we all knew it was going to happen. So they're all along.
I hope you got padding on your butt.
He just came down those rocks, huh? Huh? Okay.
All right.
They're gonna come down with the unit and get this one because she is not moving. She's kind of pretty.
We gotta pick her up with the unit. Yeah, you gotta put her in the unit.
She. Okay, here comes Border Patrol down to pick her up. Whoop. Oh, he hit the rock. Bummer. Okay. This is some treacherous walking. These rocks, I don't know if you can see them. They're pretty big. They twist your ankle really badly. see if she goes ahead and gets in. Yeah, she's gonna give him a... I don't know how to get around this truck without going all the way down the hill. But you can see the line of people down there. They go all the way around the base of that mountain. I guess I'm gonna have to go down here and kind of climb the hill. Anyway, folks, that's what it's like down here on the border. The truth of what is really going on. And I just don't know what to tell you other than please share this. Share it, share it, share it. You know, people say that this isn't happening, but it happens right in front of our eyes on a nightly basis. Times. I'm going to walk back up. Are you going up or are you going down with them? Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. They're well on their way to wherever they're going to take them. I don't know. But our men are walking down with them, following them. So I don't know if you can still hear me, but if you can, God bless you all. And please say a prayer for all of our men out here on the border. And please share the heck out of this video everywhere. God bless y'all. Good night.
Okay, thank you, folks. Did you were able to show all the videos, Pete? Okay. Well, folks, you can see what we're up against now, and we're expecting another group. We're told it's going to be coming in. It could come in tonight. We don't know. The second video shows you another, some others that was apprehended. So I was what I'm going to do is go ahead and show that second video. Okay, Pete? You got a copy on that, Pete? I said, go ahead and show the second video. It's not as long. Okay. This whole
There it is.
movement. Okay. Go ahead.
Ready.
Okay, guys, Conservative Avenue, the assault on our country and our sovereignty continues. Here comes a group of illegals running into the bushes over here. Everybody to share this. Everybody share this on your wall. There they go. There they go. Like roaches. I don't know, they run out of everywhere like roaches. Look at that.
they go. There they go. Everybody share this. Everybody get this video out. There goes Border Patrol. I'm gonna try to run across so we can catch them on the other side. But now you see people they're trying to avoid getting apprehended over there. Ah, damn it. This is too steep. I gotta go all the way around. Ah, jeez. These people do not give a damn about their kids. Seriously. Little kids sliding off of the rocks right here right now. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But hey, Veronica, there's no crisis. This is just a challenge, right? This is just a challenge. It's just a challenge for these kids to be sliding down these rocks that you're incentivizing for these people to do. It's just a challenge, right? It's just a challenge, right, Vero? It's not a crisis, it's just a challenge. It's just a challenge, so Veronica Escobar says. The waterworks. They're literally throwing the kids, sliding them down these rocks like animals. Literally. Seriously, I don't know how residents of El Paso are okay with this. Are okay with Veronica Escobar saying this is not a crisis. When time and time again we show you guys that this is an absolute crisis at the border. Absolute crisis. Take these freeloaders, act like Uber drivers, and take them off into a detention center or a holding facility. Wrong with the feed. There's only 130 of you guys on here. Something is definitely wrong. I'll be back here in a little bit, guys.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Pete, that was the right video. Okay. So, folks, you can see how cold-blooded these people are. These children are not their children. That's why they do that. They don't care. But the Border Patrol was pretty upset over it. We were upset over it. And the hardest part is we have to watch it. And we can't do anything about it. The Border Patrol is the only ones that can. This is the reason we don't want these people here. You got to support that wall, folks. You got to support the wall. This wall may not stop all of it, but it will stop 90% of it. We are on high alert right now because we know another large group is coming in. We will get video of that, and you folks will see it. So those of you that can donate, please donate, because these funds are what's helping us stay here on the border and get equipment and stuff that is needed that we don't have. and the equipment we need is not cheap. If you can donate, I don't care if it's just $20, donate it to the United Constitutional Patriots page on the New Mexico border ops. It's United Constitutional Patriots, New Mexico border ops, and there's a PayPal there. For those of you that don't trust PayPal or don't want to send help with funds that way, if you want to help with other things like supplies and stuff, that's great. You can send that to the United Constitutional Patriots, care of John Horton or Mark Cheney, at P.O. Box 1334, FLORA, VISTA, New Mexico, 87415. And I have a new phone number where if you want to be boots on the ground, you have to be vetted. There's no getting around that. You have to be vetted. Call me at 505-716-8663. I will tell you, I'll get the information from you. I'll get it to our team that does the vetting, and they will vet you, because nobody can be here that is not vetted. That is strict orders, and from the law enforcement folks that we're working with, the Border Patrol and others. So please, folks, don't just show up, because if you haven't been vetted, you won't be able to stay. Even though we appreciate the fact you did come straight down, we don't want John Waynes, we don't want Rambos. We want people that are level-headed and that can follow the orders of our commanders. My field commanders are the ones that are in charge down here. I'm their national commander, but I am here only if need be, and I'm just here to help with certain things that have to be done. And I'm here also because we're shorthanded. Hopefully, I'm saying hopefully, I'll be able to go back to headquarters once we get enough men on the ground and the areas that have to be covered. I'll be able to go back to headquarters and do what I've got to do up there, and it'll make things a lot easier. But right now, I've got to be here because, one, I won't ask someone to do something I won't do myself, and I am needed on the border. If I can go out after these people, and I'm 70 years old, that may not act it, but I am. But if I can go after these people, there's that are coming in here and help my men and support my men. And when I'm in the field, I follow their orders because they are the field commanders. They're former Green Berets, former law enforcement, and they know what they're doing. And this is what we need, is people that know what they're doing. We're asking for former military or law enforcement. I don't care if you just come down for a week, 2 weeks at a time. It helps us. And that's what this whole thing amounts to. So anything you folks can do is highly appreciated. With that, I'm going to turn this over to Nuclear Warrior, because I know he'll have some news and information of what's going on. And then we'll get Preacher to also give some of the news and stuff what's going on. So go ahead, Nuclear Warrior.
Well, those are definitely some interesting videos. I hadn't seen those before, and that needs to come to a halt. I agree with some of the other viewers that this whole border situation needs to stop. News-wise, the GCR, the Global Currency Reset, is still in full swing. Tier 1 is pretty much ready to roll out. Tier 2 is being built for other countries' currencies to become available. That's value-backed. And I guess tomorrow is going to be one of the big rollouts, supposedly be a stock market crash and a quick recovery as they get all of the old currency out of the market and switch over to the new currency, which is value-backed. So be watching for that. It should be pretty painless. It will be a bumpy ride, but don't go selling off your stocks and stuff just because you see them starting to drop value. Wait for the rebound and see how much of they should recover more than what they started dropping at. So we shall see. I'm in that same boat with y'all. So I'm going to ride it out and see where it ends up, and I could be better off for the wait. What else? I'll be going down to the border this coming weekend. spent a few days. Some stuff going on that I need to be made aware of, and supposedly some communication stuff that I may need my assistance with. Other than that, I think that's it for me, Commander. Still doing more research on revaluation and stuff like that, and posting that stuff in the appropriate rooms as I learn it.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Anybody has questions or anything, before we close the show tonight after Chuck gives his news, anybody else have anything they want to say? I'd appreciate them to say too. Actually, I'll ask, we got Lori in here from the Atomic Newsnet, News TV, which she has a great show. She is a part of our group, and she's a great gal. She has me laughing all the time because I think she's 3/4 crazy like the rest of us, but we have to be doing this at our age. But Lori, you got anything you want to add or anything you would comment you want to make on these videos?
I'm only 3/4 crazy. I just want to say that was the first video was probably some of the best footage that I have seen yet down there. And the whole time I watched that video when I first got it, I was just absolutely in awe the whole time about what's going on down there. It was just wow. I don't even know how to describe that. But seeing Anthony's video, that was the first video that I've seen from him today. So I'm excited to go back and rewatch that on a bigger screen with a little more detail. That was some pretty serious stuff.
Yeah, it shows how cold-blooded these people are that's coming into our country. They don't care about those children. And go ahead, Pete. And I was going to congratulate. It was funny because She-Wolf, when she did that video, all of a sudden she has 50,000 shares on it, and she was in awe. She says, "I'm just a little old me." I get a kick out of her because she's a sweetheart. But she was just going totally walk around in a daze because she couldn't believe that many. But she did do a good job on it. And yes, but Reaper, he does an excellent job. Viper, we have Chin, we have Ghost, we have others. I'm not going to go through all of them because I don't want the numbers actually known of who we have that work with us here. There's a lot of us. We need more group. We need more men. And Pete, you're very right. She does deserve the recognition on that because she's a little tiny thing, and she was right there on top of everything. And it takes a lot of heart for a gal to face 850 to 1,200 people. Like I said, we still don't have a count on exactly how many, but I know this is the largest group that any Patriot group has ever caught at one time. And as far as I know, we're the only ones, as far as I know. But if there are other groups out there, I'm not, I'm proud of the fact. Now, I did hear that the numbers that they had 1,700 come across last night also in Arizona. The night before that, our team working over by the monument, they were over there and they caught. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I believe it was something like anywhere between 50 and 100 of them. There's been so many of them, it's hard to keep track. But they're doing an excellent job. But folks, got to remember, these people are coming. We don't know if they're armed or not. Now, after this large group that we caught here at the base camp, at Camp Liberty, our men went down the following day because one of the coyotes had taken his coat off and his jacket and stuff, And there was a woman there that flat refused to move. You've seen her in the video. Where she was at, they found a knife. Where the coyote was, they found some other stuff also, some drugs and stuff that they were pharmacy drugs. But anyway, he had got rid of them along with his vest that points him out as a coyote. But this is a situation. They are getting more bold, and they are also not just getting more bold, but they're getting more argumentative and not wanting to follow instructions. Now, we had, between the Border Patrol and our people, if they would have decided to gone violent, we'd have all been in a lot of trouble and there'd have been a lot of people hurt. And this is what we're trying to avoid from happening. We're trying to give these people their dignity and respect, as far as not being mean to them. Anybody knows when you act in violence, you get reaction in violence. And we try not to have to do that, but sometimes it can't be helped. One individual, he found himself after pointed out Border Patrol, Reaper, and I were watching him really close. And finally, the Border Patrol come over. That's the guy that was in the red hat toward the very back. Border Patrol went over and literally threatened to cuff him, and at the same time had their taser on him, because he did have the red spots on him where the Border Patrol would have taken action if necessary, but we tried to not do that. And I know a lot of people say, well, we ought to shoot them, we ought to do this. They're still human beings. They've been lied to in our country, and I am not standing up for them in any way. Almost everybody in that crowd, you probably heard the coughing and the hacking, and I don't know if it's TB or what it is. Kids, they were literally dragging by the arm, dragging them. And this is very disturbing, because we know that most of them are not their kids. 80% of the kids are child trafficking, where they've either killed the families in Mexico and stole their kids, or those kids were sold to them, and all they do is they bring them across. A lot of them have numbers on them. If they get around us, these kids, they call that number and they're sold into child trafficking or child parts. Now that's the scary part. These little kids, they have no say-so. They are being forced into this. They're the victims. And I have no use for somebody who's using children for victims. This isn't right. So that's basically pretty much what I got to say on that. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Preacher.
Well, all right. Yeah, we do have a few short items here to touch upon this evening. One is what we want to do here, folks, is we want to make one thing perfectly clear, and that is that once again, the United States Attorney General, William Barr, gave the president a major victory today, in that what he did was he overturned a judge's ruling on the whole, on the president's policy of returning asylum seekers and et cetera, back to Mexico. A judge had blocked that, but the attorney general has overturned that blockage, and so now catch and release is about to become catch and return. So catch and release is not going to be catch and release anymore. Second of all, nuclear war a while ago was discussing the financial reset that's fixing to occur, and I guess part of which is expected to occur tomorrow. There are a few other things that are expected to occur tomorrow. One is the full Mueller report is due out tomorrow. There are supposed to be a few minor redactions because there are certain things having to do with grand jury testimony and things of that nature that will be redacted. The vast majority of it will not be redacted. And of course, the Democrats are sitting there with their fingers crossed, so on and so forth. And they're still, they're still putting it out in the news media and all that. That yeah, when this full report comes out, we're going to have the truth. They've been covering up the collusion and all this that. Yeah, but we're going to have the full report. We're going to have the truth, and they're going to find out that the truth is that there was no collusion, there was no obstruction. You can't have obstruction if there wasn't a crime, and there was no crime. So their little game of collusion obstruction is dead after tomorrow. Also, according to a video we were watching in here a couple of nights ago, several of us, put out by a fellow by the name of David Zublik, and you can find this video on YouTube. And the title of it, I think it says something about 2/3 of Congress. That's right, 2/3 of the United States Congress were just indicted. Okay. The president, from what this man is saying, and he seems to have some inside information, but the president is planning to time the unsealing of nearly 90,000 indictments, timing that with the release of the full Mueller report, which happens tomorrow. So, what if all that happens and the reset takes place, or the part of the reset that's supposed to take place takes place tomorrow? We could find out, ladies and gentlemen, that tomorrow is going to be a pretty big day. So, and those at the moment, Commander, those are the only items that I have. So I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Chuck. Anybody else have anything they want to say? Okay, folks. One thing I want to say is I want to thank you guys for your support. All the law enforcement, our friends that have been with us now, following us on our radio show. I'm going to ask you to share this show. Just share it and share it and share it. People need to see these videos of what is actually going on. Got a phone call earlier from one of our men that had to go to a job up in Colorado. And he was telling them about what's going on down here. And they have no idea. They hadn't even heard about it. Nobody's hearing about it. Sure, we've been all over the news from coast to coast, foreign countries, and everything from Newsweek magazine to you name it. But the word's not getting out to where it's getting out to a lot of the average people, because what we do and what's going on down here is not on the news. You need to start pressuring the news media. Tell us the truth of the border. Send them our videos. Say, why aren't you reporting this? Put pressure on them. This isn't good, folks. I do have some good information that when I'm cleared, that will make a lot of people happy. But until I'm told I can share this other information with you, I can't do it, because I haven't had a chance to talk to Jim, our public relations coordinator. He's working on some things, but I can't say anything until I know that it's cleared and I can say something about it. But when you hear about it, you'll be doing a happy dance. I know we sure are. So, and it will help the situation on the border a whole lot. Now, this weekend is Easter, and we are going to have our hands really full, because they have this religious ceremony going on they do every year, where they go up to the mountain up above us, up at where our men have been patrolling and working. But several thousand people are supposed to be coming up there. And this could be really a bad time, because could be a time when these large groups that I heard that are right across the border, and it has been vetted. They are there. They're planning on coming in, and they're coming in violently. So this is what is going on, folks. So keep us in your prayers. Keep the United Constitutional Patriots, the Border Patrol, the local law enforcement. They're all involved in it now. Keep us in your prayers because it can get really bad. I pray to God there's nothing happened that's serious, but we're expecting it. So if you get videos that show a lot of violence going on, it's because they are bringing it to us on our side. We are not going to start anything, but we're not going to let them walk on us. We're not going to let them do any damage or harm any of the men and women that are down here to protect the border. We need help, and we need it fast. So I'm asking anybody that can come down, that can pass vetting. If you've done something that was 20 years ago or 30 years ago, I'm not worried about that, because if you've been clean for 20 years, as long as it's not murder, rape, anything like that, we can use you. Somewhere on the border, we can use you. You may not be able to have a weapon, but there is other jobs, like taking care of the men, helping with the feeding them. Medical, we need medical staff down here. We do have some EMT trained people, but if this goes the way that we're afraid of it, then we're going to need more than just a few. So with that, I'm going to turn this over, let Nuclear Warrior say the evening prayer.
I'm going to defer that to the preacher.
Oh, excuse me. I meant preacher. Sorry about that, Nuclear Warrior.
He's always trying to give everybody else my job. Okay, here we go, folks. If you'd bow with me, please. Lord Jesus, we come before you right now. We thank you, Lord, for this another opportunity to come here and do another broadcast to share this much needed information, this necessary information with our listeners. And we pray, Lord, that we've done so in a manner that's pleasing unto you and in accordance with your will. We thank you, Lord, for this team that you've assembled here that for the most part works very well together and works very hard to put this news together and get it out. We're thankful, Lord, for all of our great listeners that come here each and every broadcast, listen to the information that we have to put out, and then they bend over backwards to do whatever they can to support us and help us and in the completion of our mission. And we're very grateful to them. And we had as many as 42 listening at one point in time tonight. So we're grateful for that. We're grateful, Lord, for this president that you have anointed to be our commander-in-chief right now. Thankful for the great job he's doing. We ask you, Lord, to continue to let your hand of protection be upon them, upon him and upon his family, and upon those working together with him in the defeat of the deep state and the betterment of our country. We ask you, Lord, to let your blood of protection be upon them, let your angels be encamped around about them, and keep them safe. Those men and women that are standing guard on our border tonight, doing a thankless job, but doing a job that needs to be done, willing to do it, putting their, sticking their necks out, doing what needs to be done. We ask you, Lord, to let your blood of protection be upon them. Let your angels be encamped around about them, stand watch over them. Let your hand of protection be upon them. And we ask you to help them complete their mission. And as always, Lord, we ask you to continue with us now throughout this night and in the coming days. Continue to guide us, guard us, and direct us. Draw us ever close to one another, never close to thee, for we do ask it all in Jesus' holy name. Amen and amen.
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 Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I want you to watch around what's going on around you. You know, you need the local police have their hands full in your areas all the way across the country over what's going on. See a police officer, thank him, shake his hand, pray with him. See him in a restaurant having a hamburger, pay for their meal, tell them you appreciate them. You'd be surprised the response you get. Our first responders, our National Guard, our armies, our militaries, everybody. You know, when you see one, thank them for what they do. The Patriots are on the border from California to Texas. There's only a few groups that we know of. There's about 5 groups is all that's on the border. We have a lot of people claiming that they were going to be there. They're not there. We have actual facts of who is on the border, where they're at, and we're few and far between, and we need help. So thank all the patriots that are on the border. Thank the people that are out here putting their lives on the line. We're right next to cartel town. Nothing but cops won't even go in it. It's called a NAPRA. Cops will not even go into this town. But we're here, less than 1,500 feet from it. But we're willing to give our lives for our country. We're willing to do whatever we have to do to protect the American lives and the American people and their constitutional rights. We're willing to do whatever we have to do to keep the American flag up there on the top of that flagpole with pride, flying in the wind. We're the greatest nation in the world, folks. Let's keep it that way. Let's stand together, fight together. Whatever it comes to, we stand together, united. Watch what's going on in your areas. Get your people in the areas where you live. Form watches, neighborhood watches, and protect your everybody's families. We'll keep an eye on your neighbors' kids as well as your own. Don't let what's happening in Mexico happen here in the United States, because these people coming, they are killing the mothers and the fathers of these children in order to get them. If they won't sell them to them, they're killing them and taking them and bringing them across into the United States. We had 2 of them. Actually, we got the video. I'm not sure where it's at. Where yesterday they had 2 men walking down the railroad tracks, illegals with 2 children. When we got them, the Border Patrol asked them, "Are these your kids?" The one guy said no. You know, this isn't good. And we got to think about it. Keep these kids in your prayers. And let's pray and keep praying that Trump continues doing what he's doing and that he is able to succeed in his mission, because he is anointed by God as far as I'm concerned. Thank the president and all of the people working with the president to make America safer, and not just safer, but greater. So with that, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. We were a few minutes late tonight because we were tied up doing things that had to be taken care of. So the bottom line is we need your prayers. That's the strongest thing you can do. And if you can donate, please go to the United Constitutional Patriots New Mexico Border Ops page and donate. It's getting worse. You guys seen with your own eyes what's going on. You be the judge. I appreciate you. We love you. God bless you, and God bless America. Good night.
Thank you for joining the United Constitutional Patriots Radio tonight. We will be back on the air at, like Johnny said, 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. So we want to thank everybody that donated or wants to donate or go down to the border to volunteer to help them out, take care of this huge problem that's coming to our country. And I want to thank everybody, and God bless them all, and God bless all the Patriots, and have a great night.